Philosophy is about reason and rationality, while literature or storytelling is about emotions and hope. Philosophy tries to answer why questions, why we die. Literature reassures us that it's all okay. The story continues even after we die. But what is psychology? Simply put, it's the child of philosophy mating with literature. Philosophy is its father and literature is its mother. Hi everyone, in this course I'll tell you the story of psychology encompassing an incredible 3000 years of psychological history. By the end of this video, you will know all the basic psychological ideas, schools and approaches, as well as some of the most influential psychologists and psychoanalysts from around the world. The video has 4 major parts and each with 2 or 3 sections. In part 1, I'll tell you about the origin of psychology from ancient Greece and ancient India to modern science. Where does psychology come from? 2 disciplines play a major role in giving birth to psychology. Philosophy is like the father and literature is the mother. Philosophy is the rational side and literature is the emotional side. In this section, I'll also answer what is the purpose of psychology. In part 2, I'll look into how psychology understands the human mind, including the consciousness and the unconscious. First, I'll look at the pioneers of psychology, including William James, Johann Herbert, and Wilhelm Wundt, who tried to understand consciousness. Then I'll look into a behaviorist school of psychology that understands the human mind through our behavior. In other words, action speaks louder than words. And finally, I'll look at the 2 of the most influential figures in psychology, Sigmund Freud and Carl Jung, who each try to understand the unconscious. In part 3, I'll look at how psychology became a practical tool for diagnosing and treating patients with mental problems. I'll look into 2 distinct approaches: psychotherapy, which has a strong German origin focused on the unconscious, and cognitive therapy, which has a more Anglo-Saxon tradition focused on the conscious mind. In part 4, I'll look into other factors in psychology. Outside the human mind in general, factors such as society, age, and sex play a crucial role in our psychology. So in this section, I'll discuss social psychology, child psychology, and sex psychology. At the end, I'll also discuss the paradox of psychology and the paradox of personality. This course gives you an overview of psychology as an academic discipline. By the end, you should have a clear picture of what psychology is and what it studies and who are some of the key figures. So get yourself some coffee and let's begin. The course is about 5 hours and 14 minutes, so it'll take you about half a day to really learn all about psychology, an overview and a bigger picture of what the discipline is. To create this course, it took me a lot of work, months and weeks of research and writing and rewriting and making the videos. For now, the course will be only available to my Patreons and those who support me on Ko-fi. I'll also turn the transcript into a book so that you can buy it on my Ko-fi page. To watch the full course without any interruptions by any ads or anything, please subscribe to my Patreon or Ko-fi. I personally prefer Ko-fi because they don't charge any fees, so I get whatever you pay, while Patreon takes roughly about 15%. I really appreciate your support. I have already created 2 courses on YouTube, one on philosophy and one on literature. But unfortunately, for the amount of work I have to do, YouTube doesn't pay very well. So I'm reaching out to you guys to support me. The links to my Ko-fi page as well as Patreon are down below. If this format works, in the future I might create more long-form overview courses on other disciplines.